Hey, what's up? So, endless Kuva missions are out, and we've had a little bit of time to test them out for ourselves and tweak our setups to get as much Kuva as possible. And yes, they are a lot of fun. Of course, there's something different. The Kuva, thankfully, isn't a physical drop like we were first told, but works in the exact same way that normal Kuva Siphon missions do. All of your squad just gets the Kuva as the tower finishes. The amount you get, of course, is affected by boosters and by the Smita charm buff for double resources. So, in an endless Kuva mission, you can earn a really nice amount of Kuva. DE had said that they wanted these missions to sit somewhere in between normal Kuva missions and Kuva Flood missions, and they definitely do that, but I don't see any reason to stay in them for any kind of a long duration. So the endless name on them can probably be removed. If they started to scale the Kuva amount beyond, say, the 20-minute mark, then it would be really worthwhile staying in and actually going for an endless mission. Especially considering how the Kuva towers have such really low health, and of course at higher levels they can get nuked really easily. As an example, I would like rewards to scale from 20 minutes onwards and make it maybe 250 per tower, and then at 30 minutes jump to 300 Kuva a tower, at 40 minutes go to 400, and so on. Give us a reason to actually stay in these missions beyond what a lot of people are doing right now, which is basically jumping in for 20 minutes, jumping back out, and then going in for another 20 minutes again. Now I guess the big question that a lot of people have been asking is which is better, endless Kuva missions or normal Siphon missions? Not floods, just the normal Kuva Siphon missions. Personal opinion here, I would say the endless Kuva, but there honestly isn't a whole lot between them, and it's going to depend on what you, the player, actually prefers to run. For the endless Kuva missions, life support spawns in every 90 seconds, which means you get roughly 20 life support towers in the first half an hour, at 200 Kuva each if you convert each one of these towers, which is possible, of course, if you've got a Necros. That's 4,000 Kuva for half an hour's work without a booster, but that's the perfect run. That's not counting time running in between rooms to get to those towers, or any other kind of a variable, or any other reason that would slow you down getting between towers. Kuva Siphon missions, however, can take anywhere from 5 minutes to 10 minutes to complete, depending on the actual mission type. So the Kuva for time spent isn't exactly set in stone. Capture will be quick, survival will take of course a little bit longer, and at the end of these missions you can get anywhere between 600 and 700 Kuva without a booster. So if you got perfect runs for your missions, you would need 6 really quick Kuva Siphon missions to match that half an hour endless run and get the rewards, and of course the rewards might be slightly less. In the first 5 minutes of an endless Kuva mission you get 3 towers, that's 600 Kuva, which is on par with the normal Kuva Siphon missions. So they're a different option. If you wanted, you could spam really quick, just 6-minute endless missions and get that 600 Kuva each time, but if you didn't, at 10 minutes you're looking at roughly 1,600 Kuva, which is better than the long Kuva Siphon missions, because a 10-minute Kuva Siphon survival mission will get you 600 Kuva, or so roughly around that anyway. This means that probably right now the most efficient way to farm Kuva is to run the Kuva Flood missions and then spam endless Kuva missions until that Kuva Flood pops up again. And as an example for the perfect run on an endless mission, for this footage I ran a half an hour endless Kuva mission and came out with 10,000 Kuva. That's half an hour's work and 10,000 Kuva for it. Now of course this isn't a fair reflection of what everyone will get, because I have a booster equipped, and of course I ran with my Smita Kavat as well, so I have a slim chance of having an 8 times multiplier on those Kuva drops, and it did happen to me once. Now if you want to maximise your Kuva farming potential for rerolling Rivens and then selling them on, or whatever it is you're actually going to be doing with it, then these missions unfortunately will revolve around a Necros. That's only if you want to maximise it and use every tower as a Kuva extractor. Or I guess you could bring Hydride either if you're into those floppy tentacles, which kinda sucks having the need for a Necros or a Hydride, so you can definitely expect meta squads to pop up, because you need as many life support modules as possible. You can't use the towers once you've converted them into Kuva towers, like I said. So 30 minutes solo with a Desecrate Necros, and I didn't need to use life support once. I was free to convert all of that life support into Kuva towers. Now next up, if you really want to maximise your Kuva farming potential, you're going to need a Smita Kavat for its charm buff, which of course is random. You're going to hope that you get that buff at the same time as you extract that Kuva, but it can double stack this buff enough, if you're lucky enough, which did happen to me at about the 5-minute mark in this video, my Kuva jumped from 800 to 3200 with 2 towers finishing at more or less the same time. Now the last thing needed if you want to maximize it, of course, is a booster, but honestly the booster isn't exactly a requirement. If you have a Kavat, then you still have a really good chance at getting a lot of Kuva in these endless missions. Now the perfect squad for me, if I was maximizing this to run with a 4-man group, would probably to run with 2 Necros and 2 defensive frames to protect the towers. Split up into groups of 2 and go to a tower each. 1 Necros, 1 defensive frame at one tower, and another Necros and the other defensive frame at the other. Bring plenty of slash-based weapons for more desecrate drops from, of course, those bodies that get ripped in half, which means a lot more chance at getting life support modules as well, which means you're not going to need to use any of those life support towers. And with a setup like that, you should get a serious amount of Kuva. Whether you choose to stay in for 20 minutes, half an hour, 40 minutes, I guess that's entirely up to you, what you want to test yourself at. Personally, I see everyone jumping in for 20 to 25 minutes right now, and that probably seems like the best way to go about it because of how low the health is on those towers and how quickly they can get one banged from about the 40-minute mark onwards. Now, let me know in the comment section below what way you've been farming your Kuva in the Endless Kuva missions, whether you're going to bother with these missions or not, or if you like them or not, or if you think they work or they don't. Do me a huge favour and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Warframe, and as always,